Welcome, albeit virtually, to what is perhaps the most tangible symbol of our connection with the community's history, the chapel, which for the most part of 130 years has been a focus of the life of our students and staff. Maybe some of you in the past have come here to pray, or to enjoy this building's beauty, or its warmth, or its silence. Maybe some of you have found your way here in order to celebrate or to mourn. Maybe some of you will, like others who have graduated from our community, come back here to celebrate your wedding or to bring your children to be baptized. But above all, I hope that you know that this place will never stop being your chapel, and that it will help give you a sense that you are an inextricable part of this community's amazing ongoing story and your solidarity with its rather wonderful past. But first, I ask you to take a brief moment to reflect on the path that has led you to this moment, and, if it is your custom, to pray with me for all of our newest graduates. Let us pray. O God, maker of all that is, bless and approve our offering here today. The degrees that have been earned as proof of a deep quest, the fruit of long academic, physical, emotional, and spiritual labor. In the days, months, and years ahead, grant that all who graduate today may come to know more clearly the purpose that their labors, their learning and their degrees will play in the divine plan to the greater glory of the one who is love itself. We ask this in the name of Jesus, the light of the world. Amen.
Graduates of Bishop Grosseteste University and friends and family of our graduates who will be tuning into this event. As Vice-Chancellor of the University, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to this virtual celebration in recognition of the BGU class of 2020. That is to say, those of you who graduated last year. As many of you will appreciate, I had hoped that we would be in a position to welcome you all in person to Lincoln Cathedral. This was, believe it or not, our third attempt to try and host a face-to-face event. Nevertheless, I do want to assure you that this ceremony is just as important an occasion as evidenced by the presence of the mace, which is an integral element of the ceremonial life of the university. These celebrations are being hosted in a similarly sacred space to the cathedral, our university chapel. Although smaller in scale, this building is situated, both physically and metaphorically, right at the heart of our campus. Dedicated to Saints Francis and Clare, it was formally opened on October the 5th, 1872, following a 3-year period of building works at a cost of £916, which in today's money is around £60,000. Like many religious buildings at the time, it was opened before it was either finished or furnished. But what you see today is the result of the gradual improvements and embellishments made by the generous support given by successive generations of both staff and students. The chapel has been an integral part of life on campus for the past 160 years, and it has flourished through the ups and downs of campus life, as well as events in the wider world. It has witnessed the Spanish flu, 2 world wars, and now another global pandemic. And you are the latest examples of BGU graduates who have emerged from your studies stronger, more resilient and positive, despite the turbulence which has affected the whole world. And as a result, you are more able to face the vicissitudes of life. Your official graduation date, of course, was last year, but today we are celebrating both your qualification and also your continued development and success during the past 12 months. Since leaving BG, you will have been using your skills and knowledge to make a difference in society in your own unique way. I know that some of you, our graduates, have been in the front line, for example, in education or in the health and social care sectors. Others have been adapting to new ways of working, and some of you may be continuing to look for opportunities or deciding what you want to do next. But apart from formal employment, many of you have been doing simple things for others, such as shopping for vulnerable relatives or neighbours, volunteering, donating to charity, or simply reaching out to people who were experiencing loneliness or isolation. And in all of that, you will have demonstrated the values which we built with you here at BGU, the values of respect, integrity, courage, resilience. Embodying these make you stand out as a graduate of this institution and as ambassadors of the quality that this institution represents. I would also want to emphasize to you that this is not the end of our journey. Your association with BGU is for life. For those of you who have not yet decided what you want to do in the shorter term, I would just like to remind you that we remain committed to your success as graduates, and that our colleagues in the Careers, Employability and Enterprise Centre are happy to work with you to help you find your suitable next step. You are all an integral part of our family of alumni, a growing global body of BGU graduates. We will always remain interested in your progress, and we will continue to support and promote your success. Without you, the university would not be what it is today. We are in regular contact with our former students, so that if you have a particular story to tell, which demonstrates what you gained as a graduate and how you have developed as an individual and professional, then please let us know. We're always happy to advertise our graduates' successes. So in conclusion, my huge congratulations to you. Everyone at the university, that's to say the staff, the University Council, and our continuing students, are immensely proud of you and are inspired by what you have achieved. I do wish you all the very best in the adventures that lie ahead of you. You have all that you need to succeed, so take time today to celebrate in your own context and in your own particular way, and reflect on your success so far.
I have the pleasure to present our honorary graduate, Phil Neal, OBE. When Phil Neal retired in October 2020, the England and Wales Cricket Board's Managing Director, Ashley Giles, praised Phil's immense contribution and incredibly loyal service to the England men's setup. During a 46-year career in full-time professional sport, he had been a player, captain, coach, administrator, and operations manager. Born in Scunthorpe, Phil attended Ashby Infants, Rochdale Road Junior School, Frederick Gough Grammar School, John Leggett Sixth Form College, and later the University of Leeds, where he completed an honours degree in Russian studies in 1975. Phil was the last player to combine professional careers in football and cricket, and did so for a decade. He made his debut for Lincoln City while still a student. Graham Taylor, who later went on to manage the England men's team, commented that Phil soon became a respected and popular player and never talked down to anyone, as much a sign of intelligence as passing university exams. In an 11-year career with the Imps, Phil made 369 appearances, mainly at left-back, scoring 22 goals. One against Millwall in 1982 was televised on Match of the Day and is still available on YouTube. He was in the promotion-winning team twice, and there were rumours that Tottenham Hotspur and Derby County were both interested in signing him in the early 1980s, but he remained a one-club player as a pro. Between 1975 and 1992, Phil played almost 700 games for Worcestershire County Cricket Club in all competitions. He scored over 24,000 runs, including 30 centuries, and represented the England A team in 1982. He captained Worcestershire for 11 years, winning the County Championship twice, the Sunday League 3 times, and the Benson Hedges Cup. He was one of Wisden's 5 Cricketers of the Year in 1989, an award given to players for their influence on the previous English season. Former England men's team captain Ian Botham, now Lord Botham of Ravensworth, joined Worcestershire in 1987, partly, as he explained in his autobiography, because they had a marvellous motivator in their captain Phil Neal. Here, said Botham, was a man who knew how to handle his players and understood them enough about them and their personalities to get the most out of them. As a coach, Phil led Warwickshire to the County Championship and NatWest Bank trophy in 1995. He coached England A on tours of South Africa and India, as well as the England under-19 men's team that won the World Cup in 1998. He was later appointed to be Director of Cricket at Northamptonshire and then Warwickshire, before becoming the operations manager of the senior England men's team, a post he held for 21 years until his retirement. During that time, Phil worked with 11 captains and 6 head coaches. He worked on 257 test matches, 422 one-day internationals, and 110 T20 internationals. At different times during his tenure, the England men's team was ranked number 1 in the world in each format. There were 5 Ashes victories and World Cup wins in 2010 for the T20 and 2019 for the one-day competition. He was awarded the OBE for services to cricket in 2005. On the occasion of his 200th Test match, fast bowler Stuart Broad explained Phil's role was basically to let players do the playing, make it easy for players to focus on their cricket. He was, as the Cricketer magazine commented on his retirement, the key cog in the England machine. He has made an outstanding contribution to public life. I am pleased to present him as a worthy candidate for the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
Thank you for those kind words, Deputy Vice-Chancellor. I'd like to thank the Senate and Council of Bishop Grosseteste University for recommending me for this honour. I'm proud of my Lincolnshire heritage, and this award certainly means a lot to me. When you summarise my sporting life in that way, it certainly seems like I crammed a lot in. I had a plan of sorts from the beginning. I knew I could play cricket and football pretty well, and was a conscientious and able student. I've just tried to follow two simple principles. Firstly, to be the best I can be at whatever I'm doing, and secondly, to treat people as I would like them to treat me. I believe this attitude has opened up opportunities for my career to develop and evolve, and has led to me having colleagues all around the world who I now consider good friends. The good news for those of you graduating today is that there are lots of opportunities in sport. Each team and individual is exploring every avenue to try and find that extra 1% improvement. When I started my job with the England cricket team in 1999, there were a total of 5 support staff: a physio, a fitness trainer, a head coach, a scorer, and myself as operations manager. On the most recent tour that I undertook with the England team, the list of jobs read as follows: operations manager, head coach, 2 assistant coaches in batting, bowling and fielding, media manager, data analyst, digital video and social media editor, doctor, physio, strength and conditioning coach, massage therapist, nutritionist, performance psychologist and security manager. Even sportsmen and women who are perceived as individuals, like golf and tennis players, have a support staff of sports scientists and management behind them, helping them to prepare for the competition. The lack of opportunities recently to play or watch sport during COVID has actually highlighted the importance of sport in our everyday life. Sport is now playing a huge role in lifting people's spirits as we come out of lockdown and try and get back to normal. Through my career, I've always found players to be keen to support charities, and in particular children's charities. It's been good to see a sportsman like Sir Ian Botham use his high profile to raise money for Leukemia Research Fund with his charity walks. As your life unfolds, I think we all get steered towards particular charities that have touched us personally. We get a chance to see them working at close quarters and understand what they do. How ironic that a year after Ian joined me at Worcestershire, my son Craig would be struck down with leukemia. The support received from the Leukemia Research Fund and Birmingham's Children's Hospital, and the knowledge we acquired as Craig successfully fought off his illness over a 4-year period, led me to support them with fundraising events. We held sportsmen's dinners, cricket matches, football matches, and I even supported Ian on some of his charity walks. A few years later, we were incredibly grateful as a family to the Macmillan Cancer Relief Charity, who supported us through the illness and eventual loss of my mother. My wife Chris helped to set up the Worcestershire branch of the Macmillan Cancer Relief at a later date and served in various roles for 27 years. Mark Nicholas, the TV presenter who I'm sure some of you know, has a particular affinity with a charity called Make-A-Wish, the children's charity. Critically ill children get the chance to make a wish and the charity tries to make it come true. Over the years, lots of children have come to spend a day with the England team, and I usually had to organise those days. The England players were magnificent hosts. It was rewarding to see the looks on the children's faces and also on the parents' faces as they watched their starstruck kids bowling at Joe Root or batting against Ben Stokes. When I was thinking what to say today, I coincidentally got a call from a young man called James. James came along to a training day in 2002 under the Make-A-Wish visit when he was the age of 12. James has cystic fibrosis, which got progressively worse over his career. He's been in and out of hospital all his life, and it got so bad he had to give up cricket at the age of 15. This was a devastating blow to James, as cricket was his very life. I kept in touch and spoke with him a few times when he was in hospital and feeling a bit low. And I last saw him when he was on a long waiting list for a lung transplant. But at the time, he also mentioned he was hoping to get onto a trial for a new drug called Kaftrio, which was achieving great things in America. A few weeks later, I heard that he'd managed to get on this drug, and it's actually transformed his life. He no longer needs a lung transplant, and he was ringing me the other day to tell me that he's coaching cricket again and is actually playing for the second team. He actually bowled 15 overs in his first game, which is not a bad achievement on any day. There's no doubt the sport of cricket, with a little help from the England team, played a big part in keeping James' spirits up and helping him to fight his illness until science came to his assistance with a new cure. I came into sport to be competitive and ultimately successful, and I've been involved in winning enough trophies to say that I've achieved that. But in a very different way, the part I played in helping charities and children like James has been just as rewarding. Thank you once again for this award, and congratulations to all of you who are receiving your degrees today.
We now present the following candidates, including those in absentia. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Early Childhood Studies, with honours, Alicia Barnes-Spring, Abigail Bobby, Jennifer Brown, Rihanna Dean, Chloe Dodson, Maisie Gregson, Samantha Gruby, Catherine Harding, Zoe Harding, Natalie Heald, Sarah Holmes, Emma Howard, Devana Hurst, Jennifer Ibbotson, Emily Kenmore, Harriet Mickey, Eleanor Oakford, Natalie Pattison, Eleanor Sellers, Charlotte Staniforth, Lydia Steiner, Abby Stovin, Hannah Tomlinson, Jordan Tustain, Sasha May Wade Chambers, Emily Warner, Shannon Wysall, Jasmine Woolis. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies, with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Hannah Bannister, Abigail Brewster, Lucy Mitchell-Dwelly, Ellie Mulligan, Carmen O'Connor, Sarah Thompson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies, with honours, Sarah Adams, Louise Atkinson, Alistair Barfield, Gareth Batten, Lucy Brown, Paige Byatt, Ronan Byrne, Claydon Clark, Hannah Crossland, Lewis Edney, Katie Frost, Megan Gilday, Alice Grenfell, Christina Hackfarth, Megan Haddock, Charlotte Hardwick, Jodie Heathersall, Keely Jarvis, Chloe Lockridge, Nicole Lynch, Danny Makepeace, Evie Matchett, Lauren Maud, Holly Merritt, Chloe Pinder, Joshua Plant, Emma Pritchard. Winner of the NatWest Award for Volunteering, Amy Pudifat. Casey Quinn, Amber Self, Hope Snape, Amelia Sorsby, Amber Welsh, Amy Williams, Kieran Wiseman. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Applied Drama with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Owen Cockbill. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Applied Drama with Honours, Samantha Norcup. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and English with Honours, Clarissa Brown. Lucy Cowgill, Ruth Gelsthorpe, Emily Grant, Caitlin Miller, Eleanor Painter, Lucas Quinn-Dawes, Rachel Thorpe. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and History with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Bryony Clayforth Scott. Abigail Ragsdale. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and History with Honours, Adam Coy. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Psychology with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Katie Hilson. Nicola Jones, Melissa Lingard. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Psychology with Honours, Ashley Conway, Emma Eason, Elisa Hyam-Clark, Bethany Hills, Gemma Saunders. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Sociology with Honours, Sophia Ajute, Chloe Bray, Adam Corrigan, Erin Fernie, Michaela Hargrave. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Special Educational Needs and Inclusion with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Emily Kirkup. Bethany Lowe, Sarah Robinson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Special Educational Needs and Inclusion with Honours, Carly Jade Bamforth, Georgina Clark, Hayley Coggins, Bethany Fleming, Karina Andrada, Katie Howsam, Samuel Lambert, Lauren McBride, Ellen Moore, Emily Pennington, Annabel Pestle, Jacob Shaw, Joshua Smith, Evie Walker. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Sport with Honours, Polly Bell, Reese Boswell, Madison Brock, Callum Brown, Olivia Chatwin, Sean James, Harry Mee, Annabel Rimmer. Winner of the Active Lincolnshire Award for Contribution to Sport, Zach Robinson. Drew Trigg. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Theology and Ethics with Honours, Oki Demouge-Sell, Olivia Gamblin, Molly Pavlin. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies and Theology and Ethics, Cora Tatum. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Health and Social Care with First Class Honours and the University Chancellor Award for Academic Achievement and the winner of the Marie and Jeff Mosey Memorial Prize, Jake Coles. Victoria Myers. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Health and Social Care, with honours, Demi Barnes. Emma Brazier. Hannah Darby. Rebecca Davis. Molly Gaines. Carly Haddock. Terry Hewitt. Charlotte Mason. Molly Mussel. Lucy Peach. Hayley Simpson. Jessica Williams. Emma Woodmansey. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Health and Social Care, Emily Baker. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Charlotte King. Emily Layton. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, with honours, Erin Bell. Louisa Harris. Susan Miller. Leah Saunders. Courtney Temple. Chantel Wass. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Counselling, with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Eden Gibson. Amelia Harrison. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Counselling, with honours, Claire Gray. Eleanor Prescott. Morgan Pritchard. Asthildur Svensdottir. Serena Worfman. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Sociology, with honours, Claire Leathers. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Special Educational Needs and Inclusion, with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Molly Dixon. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Special Educational Needs and Inclusion, with honours, Megan Broadstock. Shane Dangar. Ellie Noley. Isabel Standley. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Sport, with honours, Kurt Brailsford. James Holdsworth. Daniel Warrener. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Special Educational Needs and Inclusion, with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Christine Graham. Daisy Hewson. Elaine Jenkinson. Alison Beattie. Abby Louise Reed. Hannah Roberts. Rebecca Swan. Hannah Wood. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Special Educational Needs and Inclusion, with honours, Eleanor Koval. Shane Gibbons. Sarah Louise Gorman. Holly Ann Graham. Natalie Grimaldi. Owen Picker. Sterling Stafford. Charlotte Cook. Jade Williams. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Special Educational Needs and Inclusion and Applied Drama, with honours, Emily Jennings. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Special Educational Needs and Inclusion and Applied Drama, Eleanor Pearson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Special Educational Needs and Inclusion and Theology and Ethics, with honours, Molly Iveson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Education Studies and Mathematics, with First Class Honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, and winner of the Ede and Ravenscroft Prize for an Outstanding Student, Christopher Barnes, Lewis Dawes, Lauren English, Sophie Evans, Ella Webb. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Education Studies and Mathematics with honours, George Frame, Bethany Munson, Lauren Packer, Owen Reynolds. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sport, Coaching and Physical Education with first-class honours and the Chancellor and University Council Award for Academic Achievement, Jessica Makin. Winner of the Active Lincolnshire Award for Academic Achievement, Laura Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sport, Coaching and Physical Education with honours, Matthew Bell, Harry Burnett Haynes, Tristan Clements, Nathan Doe.
Hello everyone, my name is Erin and I'm the President of the Students' Union. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for the immense strength and dedication you have shown during your time as a student. I am so aware that every single one of you have had wildly different experiences throughout your university journey, yet you are all brought here to celebrate together. So I would like you to take a moment to recognise those that you're graduating with, even those who you might not have met, and share your pride with them. Right, now you can go back to being proud of yourselves. Now I would like to give you a bit of advice that I've learned since leaving BGU. Don't look back at your time here with regret, because you've done it now. You've got the degree, you've probably conquered fears, and you've started the journey of the rest of your life. You've done it. University is not only a place to learn and get a degree, but it's also a place to develop as a person. So if you do have regrets, turn them into goals. Make your life what you want to make it, and use your university experience to do it, because you really do get so much more out of university than just your degree, so don't waste it. And finally, on behalf of the entire SU, I would like to thank you. Thank you for being honest with us and sharing insight on how to make your experience better. Thank you for contributing to the lovely community of BGU. And thank you for being so patient and understanding this past year. I wish you all the best in your future endeavours, and I hope to see some of you in the next year during your postgraduate studies. Thank you.